Hi everyone, it's Julia Collins. Let's do a Barkan class. So a few things to go over before we get started. I'll cue double chaturanga or move through your vinyasa, and you have a few options. You can lower the knees and then take your chaturanga. Remember, elbows are in and you'll only lower halfway down. Then you can press up to cobra and back to downward facing dog. Or you can keep the knees up if you have the upper body and core strength. You'll shift forward 2 inches, lower halfway down, press up high plank, lower halfway, and then upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Now you don't have to do either one of those. You can skip everything and just hold plank. You're building core strength, upper body strength, and you'll press back to downward facing dog. You can also lower the knees at that point and hold there. So do what your body allows. Let's get started. And we'll start with our pranayama breath. Bring the toes and heels together. Scoop the tailbone under. Bring the belly button toward the spine. Clasp the hands together under the chin. Inhale through the nose. Lift the elbows. Stretch up. Exhale through the mouth. Drop the head back. Shoulders down. Elbows and palms to touch. Inhale through the nose. Lift the elbows. Stretch up. Exhale, only bending in the neck, spine, look back, lower the shoulders, elbows together. Inhale, lift the elbows up, stretch up. Exhale, sigh out through the mouth, lower the shoulders. That's going to give you some more flexibility in the neck. Inhale through the nose, lift the elbows, stretch the palms apart. Exhale, head back, shoulders down, elbows to touch. Keep rooting down through the soles of the feet as you move through this pranayama breath. Engage the inner thighs and the quadriceps. Keep it going here. Inhale, lift elbows. Exhale, head back, shoulders down, elbows and palms together. Inhale, through the nose, lift the elbows, stretch up. And exhale, head back, look back, shoulders down, relax those shoulders, elbows together. Good job. Arms by your sides. Samastitihi. Roll the shoulders a couple times, just waking up the body. And let's set a mantra for today's practice. I release what I cannot control. Let's begin. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees here. Sway side to side. Rock your head back and forth, side to side. Just waking up the body. Giving yourself some grace. Fold the hands into the elbows. Just rock it out here a little bit. Step the right foot back, low lunge. Press the heel forward, back of the leg as long as you can get it. Step the left foot back, high plank, feet are hip width apart. Shoulders over the wrists, fingers spread wide here. Then shift forward, lower halfway, press up, halfway, pull forward, upward facing dog, or cobra. Remember, you can drop the knees at that point. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Heels reach down toward the earth, shoulders press into their sockets. Lift the right leg and step it through between the hands, low crescent lunge. Shoulders roll back, long spine, light on the fingers. Left leg steps forward, Uttanasana, toes and heels together. Palms together, rise up, Tadasana, hands at heart. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Half moon back bend. Exhale, lower the eyes. Reach the arms, biceps reach towards your ears. Lift the sternum up toward the sky. Come up through extended mountain pose and exhale, forward fold. This time, step the left foot back, low lunge. Right foot back, high plank. Double chaturanga, yogi's choice here. Remember, you can lower the knees or you can downsize this and just take one chaturanga or none at all. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg. Step it through between the hands. You want your knee over your ankle here, not in front of the toes. Back leg straight as you can, heel presses forward. Step forward, Uttanasana. Palms together, rise up, Tadasana. Extended mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, half moon back bend. This is optional here, and try to avoid hinging in the low back too much. You really want to create that space throughout the entire spine. Forward fold, exhale. Moving a little more quickly here in our second set. Step back, high plank, double chaturanga, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, tops of the feet to the floor, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, heels reach down. Lift right leg up, step it through between the hands. Plant left hand, bring right hand to sacrum, twist to the right. Engage your inner thighs, keeping the hips square. If the shoulders stack, extend the arm. Lower right hand, option for standing split, or you'll just come back to your Uttanasana, toes and heels together. If you're in standing split, bring the forehead toward the shin. And don't worry so much about length here or height. Palms together, rise up. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain pose, half moon back bend. Use that exhale to bring you back. Inhale up, forward fold, exhale. Left foot steps back, low lunge. Right foot back, high plank. Double chaturanga, move through your vinyasa, yogi's choice, and pressing back to downward facing dog. Left leg lifts and step it through between the hands, low lunge. Plant the right hand, left hand comes to sacrum, twist to the left. If the shoulders stack, extend the arms, spark the fingers up toward the sky. Lower the hand, standing split or Uttanasana. So again, don't worry so much about height. Uttanasana, right foot meets left, rise up to Tadasana, exhale. Inhale, extended mountain pose, half moon back bend. So after this point, the half moon back bend's optional. You can take it if you want. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine, look up, roll shoulders back. Fingertips can come to the floor or the shins. Forward fold, soften the knees here. Inhale, lengthen and look up, plant the hands. Step or float back, move straight into your first chaturanga, double chaturanga, upward dog, and downward facing dog. You're doing great. Lift the right leg up, preparing for high crescent lunge. Come high on the ball of the left foot and step right foot between the hands. Rise up, shoulders stack over hips, spark through the fingers, let the palms face each other. Stand up and pivot to the back. Back to your high crescent. The back heel presses forward and you're straightening through the back of the leg as much as you can. Kneel down, Janu Shirshasana. Make sure the knees are at 90 degrees, round the down, and then inhale, come back up. Exhale, back. Use your shin. First set here, don't feel like you have to go very far. Coming up on your inhalation, stand up and pivot to the front. Kneel down again. Top of the back foot comes to the floor. Knees are at 90 degrees. Lengthen up, then exhale, round down. Tap your forehead to your knee. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, head back. Reach the arms back. Use your shin. Press into that back shin. Inhale, come up. Hands down to the floor. Step back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Left side. Lift the left leg up high on the ball of the right foot. Step left foot between the hands, knee over ankle. Long through the right leg, squeeze your right glute, press the back of the knee toward the sky, maybe lower deeper into your lunge. Stand up, pivot to the back to your high crescent. So again, make your adjustments here. Activate through the arms. Kneel down, Janu Shirshasana, stepping that foot forward, knee under the hip. Round down on your exhale. Inhale, round up. Exhale, round back, reach back, look back, use your shin, press into that shin. Inhale, come up, stand up, pivot to the front. Kneel back down, top of the foot to the floor. Round down, deep round here, tuck the chin, round through the shoulders. Inhale, round up, and exhale brings you back. Look back, reach back. Exhale. Inhale up, hands down, step it back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Uttanasana, gaze forward. Step or float forward. Rise up, Tadasana. Exhale. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain pose. Forward fold, exhale. Half lift, lengthen and look up. Forward fold. Half lift, lengthen, step or float back. If you're floating, you want to land with your elbows already bent in your first chaturanga. Press back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Step it through for high crescent. Reach up. If your front thigh comes parallel to the mat and the back leg is straight, then you can clasp the fingers together, release the index fingers, and add a back bend, but only if you have that alignment. If not, just stay where you are. Coming back up, pivot to the front, to the back to high crescent, and kneel down, Janu Shirshasana, knee to nose, round down, deepest round. Inhale, round up. Exhale, deeper expression here. So if you can add a little bit deeper back bend, use the shin, reach back, look back. Inhale, come up. Stand up and pivot to the front. Kneel back down. This is called Devas Namaskar. Exhale, round down, tap forehead to knee. And by doing so, we're stimulating the pituitary gland. Inhale, round up. Exhale, look back. Reach back. Avoid hinging in the low back, but reach the sternum up to the sky and press into your shin. Inhale, come up, hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Left side lifts for high crescent. Step through, knee over ankle. Rise up. Reach the arms, activate the muscles of your arms and your legs. Option to add the back bend if you have the thigh parallel and the back leg straight. Inhale, come up. Stand up and pivot to the back. You're doing great. Back to high crescent. Keep pressing the back heel forward. Now kneel down, Janu Shirshasana. Use your exhalation to bring you down. Inhale brings you up, and exhale brings you into that back bend. Nice and slow. Look back and reach back, sternum up. Inhale up. Stand up and pivot to the front. Almost there, guys. You're doing great. Kneel down, top of the foot to the floor, lift up. Exhale, round down. Inhale, round up. Exhale brings you back. Look back and reach those biceps towards your ears. Try not to hinge in the low back, but keep lifting the sternum up and reaching with the arms. Great job. Inhale, come up. Hands down. Step it back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Look forward, walk or float forward. You can tiptoe. That can help build some shoulder strength. Rise up, Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Half lift, lengthen, look up, forward fold. Half lift, lengthen, step or float back through your vinyasa. Yogi's choice here. Remember to avoid any shoulder pain. Make sure you're dropping the knees if you need to. Stepping through for Warrior Two. Windmill the arms open. Reach the arms in opposite directions. Press into the outer edge of your back foot, big toe mound of the front foot. Right knee presses out toward the baby toe. Look back, reach forward, and tip into Trikonasana. Forearm can come to the thigh. You want a straight line from that back ankle up to your shoulder. Lower hands down, frame the foot, step back, downward facing dog. Left side lifts. Step it through for Warrior Two. Right heel comes down, toes point to the right side wall. Reach the arms, left toes point straight forward. Flip the palms, gaze back. Reach toward the front of your mat. Trikonasana, forearm to thigh. Really nice. So strong. Hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Revolved Trikonasana, right leg lifts. Point the toe this time and externally rotate the hip. Feel the right hip stack over your left hip. Re-square the hips and step the right foot under the heart. Lower the left heel down at 45-degree angle. Hands to hips, rise up with a flat back. Inhale, reach left arm up, and exhale, fold forward with a flat back and straight legs. Left hand can come to a block or the floor. You can even put it on your shin if you don't have a block. Twist to the right. If the shoulders stack and the hips remain square, lift the right arm. Lower right hand, step back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, point the toe, externally rotate the hip. Stretch through that right inner thigh. Re-square the hip, step it under the heart. Right heel down at a 45-degree angle. Flat back, straight legs, rise up. Inhale. Reach the right arm up. Exhale, fold forward with a long spine. So you're really reaching forward. Lower right hand to floor block or shin. Left hand to sacrum and twist to the left, extending the left arm up to the sky. Spark through the fingers. Reach the crown of the head forward. Lower the hand, step back, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, walk or float forward, forward fold. Rise up, palms together, Tadasana. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain pose, forward fold, exhale. Half lift, lengthen, look up, long spine, forward fold, exhale. Half lift, lengthen, plant the hands, step or float back, double chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Second set, lift the right leg, step it through for warrior two. Left heel down, windmill open and up. Moving a little more quickly, flip the palms, gaze back, reach forward, Trikonasana, forearm to thigh or elbow to the knee. Guitar hero, sweep arm back and around. Option for half bind, full bind if you can keep the shoulders facing the wall, or birds of paradise if it's in your practice, if it's something you're working on. You'll step your left foot forward and come into that balance. Keep your eyes on your drishti. Lower back down, find your lunge, back to downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa here, or you just meet in downward dog. Yogi's choice. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through between the hands, warrior two, windmill open and up. Flip the palms, gaze back, reach forward. So notice the thighs parallel to the mat, and we have a straight line from ankle to shoulder. Half bind, full bind, or birds of paradise. You can also keep your left forearm on your thigh to help support you. It's a nice modification to take to really build some strength. If you're holding, keep pressing the feet away from each other, knee open, shoulders facing the wall. Come back to your lunge and press back. Optional vinyasa will meet in downward facing dog. Revolved Trikonasana on the right side. Lift the right leg, point the toes externally, rotate the hip. Re-square the hips, step it under the heart, straight legs, flat back, inhale up. Reach left arm, exhale, reach forward and fold. Twist to the right, planting the left hand. Option to stay or move into revolved half moon, stepping your left hand forward and lifting your left leg. Keep reaching right arm up. Lower back down to your lunge, optional vinyasa, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Left side, lift the left leg, point the toes externally, rotate the hip. Nice stretch. Re-square the hips, step it under the heart. Rise up, flat back. Reach right arm up, hinge forward, reach forward, hand down, twist to the left. If the shoulders stack, extend the arm. And again here you have the option to stay or shift forward, balancing revolved half moon. Great job. Let's step back and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Remember that optional vinyasa. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Gaze forward, walk or float forward, forward fold. Palms together, rise up. You've made it to our fourth vinyasa. We'll slow it down here a bit. So take a breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, lengthen, look up. And then step the feet apart, two fists width distance apart. Slide the hands all the way underneath of your feet. The entire back of the hand is on the floor and the toes are in your wrist crease. You can bend your knees here generously to slide the hands under, then begin to scoop the tailbone up. Bring your forehead towards your shins, and the crown of the head towards the top of the feet. Inhale, lengthen, look up as you release the hands from under the feet. Half lift, lengthen, step or float back, double chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana or Bhujangasana, Cobra. Press back, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg. Step it 3 feet forward under the heart again. Left heel down 45 degrees. This time palms come together overhead, round up. Exhale, tuck the chin, round back down. Deepest round here. So we're trying to bring our forehead toward our knee, So you can bend the right knee, separate the fingers, press the fingertips into the mat to help you straighten the leg a little bit. And that'll happen over time. Palms back together, inhale up. Pivot to the back. Readjust your feet here. You want the soles of the feet on the floor. Straight legs, round down. So again here, making that energetic connection, forehead to knee. This is called standing separate leg head to knee pose. And over time, by pressing the fingers into the mat, you'll begin to straighten that leg. Palms back together, round up. Separate the hands and bring the hands to opposite elbows behind the back or reverse namaskar. Long spine, reach forward. Feel that stretch along your IT band that runs from the outside of the hip down to the outside of the knee and the outside of the ankle. Flat back, rise up, pivot to the front. Readjust the feet, long spine, reach forward. Keep the legs straight here, keep the spine long and flat, and you don't have to come very far forward. Lower the hands, step left foot forward to meet the right. Padahastasana from the back this time. Scooping up the heels with the hands, thumbs on the outside of the heels, fingers under the heels. Scoop the tailbone up, lengthening the backs of the legs, forehead to shins. If you can't reach your heels, bring your opposite hands to the elbows or even to the wrists behind the calf muscles and begin to slide your chest down your thighs. Release, palms meet overhead, flat back, rise up, hands by your sides, exhale. We're almost there, you're doing great. Fifth vinyasa, palms together. Inhale, reach the arms up, optional half moon back bend, forward fold, exhale. Half lift, lengthen, look up, forward fold, exhale. Half lift, lengthen, step or float back, double chaturanga, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Reach right leg up, Ekapada Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Square through the hips, point the toes down. Now point the toes up, stack the right hip over the left, 2 breaths. Bend the right knee, gaze over your left shoulder, 2 breaths. Re-square the hips, Ekapada. Shift forward, 1 chaturanga down and up, press back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, inhale, reach it up, take 2 breaths here. Squaring the hips, the shoulders, and reaching the right heel down. Point the left toes, externally rotate the hip, take 2 breaths. Bend the left knee, gaze over your right shoulder. It doesn't matter if you can see the toes or not, we're just looking for them. Re-square the hips, back to Ekapada. Shift forward, 1 chaturanga, press up, 3-legged downward facing dog, 4-legged downward facing dog. Good job. Gaze forward, walk or float forward, you're almost there. Forward fold. Palms together, rise up, Tadasana, exhale, let it out. Reach up, extended mountain pose, optional half moon back bend. Forward fold, exhale. Half lift, lengthen, look up, forward fold. Half lift, lengthen, step or float back, move through your vinyasa. Upward facing dog, and we'll meet in child's pose. Knees down, hips back to your heels. Breathe. Notice your energy rising up from the base of the spine, coiling around the chakras, coming out through the third eye, your seat of insight. Breathe here. You've done so much work. Feel your prana moving through your body, your life force energy, keeping you in this present moment. Now, as we prepare for our final set, know that you can stay here in child's pose if you need to rest or if you have more to give. This is the time. Rise up, press back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, point the toe, externally rotate the hip, bend the knee. Option to flip your dog, wild thing, or one-armed wheel like I'm doing here. Lower right hand, sweep right leg underneath the left. Fall in triangle, rock star, or compass if it's in your practice. Lower left hand back and up, Ekapada, shift forward, knee to nose, reach right leg up, shift forward, double 3-legged chaturanga. You can lower that left knee if you need to. 3-legged upward dog, 3-legged downward dog, 4-legged dog. Left side, reach left leg up to the sky, point the toe, open the hip and bend the knee. Wild thing or one-armed wheel. You can always stay in that three-legged dog. Counter pose, fallen triangle, rock star, or here's compass if you'd like to work on that. Reach the left leg up, ikapada, shift forward, double three-legged chaturanga, three-legged upward dog, three-legged downward dog, four-legged dog. Great job. Gaze forward, walk or float forward, forward fold, palms together, rise up, Tadasana. Exhale. Awesome job. You have made it. Take a few breaths, towel off, take a drink, and we'll begin our standing postures. So we'll start here with eagle pose. Feet together. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Cross the right elbow under the left. Sit down and cross your right knee over the left thigh as high as you can. If you can double wrap the legs, that's great. If not, don't worry. Just be where you are today. Hug the elbows down, lift the chest, and sit down. Release. Arms up straight into the left side, left elbow underneath of the right. Sit down and lift the left knee high above your right knee. Maybe you double wrap the legs and the arms. If you can't wrap the arms, that's okay. Bring your hands to opposite elbows. Sit down and lift the chest. Squeeze the joints. Great job. Release, arms up overhead, arms by your sides. Here we'll take tree pose. So standing on your left leg, open your right knee out to the side and bring the sole of the right foot either above or below the left knee. Or you can bring that foot into half lotus, bringing the right foot as high as you can into the left hip crease. Feel free to extend the arms up overhead, or you can take a toe stand, like I'll attempt here. You can lower down without lowering the hands first, or you can lower the hands first and then lower down, trying to find some balance. Feel free to use a block under your hands, or if you don't have one, take a water bottle. Use that as support. Let's come back up to tree if you're not there already, and we'll release. Standing on your right leg, remember to engage through the quad and the glute. Turn your left knee out, sole of the foot either above or below the knee. Just don't put any pressure directly on the knee joint. And then you can take that half lotus foot if that's in your practice. Maybe bring one hand to heart or both hands, maybe lifting the arms overhead and staying there. If you took toe stand on the opposite side, feel free to take it here. Finding that balance, maybe just one hand comes to heart. And then you'll come back up the same way you came down. Meeting in tree pose if you're not there already. Take a breath and release. Great job. Take a few breaths, samastitihi. Recentering your mind, your body. Reach the arms up. Let's bring it down to the floor. Forward fold. Step back. Lower all the way to the belly for Bhujangasana, Cobra. And we'll take a couple sets here. Arms by your chest. Elbows in. Shoulders down. Inhale and exhale. Press up like you're a turtle, reaching your head out of its shell and up to get a leaf. You can come up a little bit higher, pressing into the hands, and then see if you can lift the hands and stay there. Let's release and relax. Quick shavasana, cheek on your hands. Soften the body and just breathe. Feel your prana, your life force. Second set, hands by the chest, elbows in, shoulders down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press up, maybe a little bit higher here. Again, avoid hinging in the low back. Reach your heart forward. Shoulders down, elbows in, long spine. You can separate the feet here. That helps take some of the pressure out of the low back. Lower down, bring the feet back together. Rest the opposite cheek on the hands or the floor. Relax. Arms by your sides, and we'll take an upward bow. Bend the knees. Reach for the tops of the feet from the outside of the feet so your pinkies are under your toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press up. Kick the feet into the hands. Allow the shoulders to rotate open and back. Rock back, and then rock forward, lift the toes. Rock back toward your thighs. Rock forward, lift the toes, maybe drop the head back. And release down, quick shavasana. Great job. Really opening up the heart, allowing love and compassion in. Let's press up and back, child's pose, rounding the spine, counter pose. We'll move into rabbit, an even deeper counter pose, really rounding the spine. If you have a top knot, you may need to take it out or just kind of wiggle it back. Scoop up the heels, thumbs on the outside, fingers on the inside. Round down, tuck the chin, bring the very tip top, the flat part of your head to the floor and reach the hips away from the heels. Keep holding onto your heels as you lift the hips away, and you're really rounding through the entire spine. Release. Child's pose, arms overhead. Take a few breaths. Breathe into the back body. Feel your ribs expand. Round up, hero's pose. You can sit here on your knees. You can sit on a block or even a pillow or bolster if you have one. Or bring the calves out to the side of the legs and sit the hips between the heels. You can stay there or lower back to the hands, the forearms, or all the way to the back. You can also rest your back on a pillow or a rolled up blanket if you have one. Breathe here, opening through the hip flexors, entire front of the body. Slow down your breath. Slow your racing mind. It's all going to be okay. Rise up. Bring the feet in front of you. Move the flesh away from the sits bones. Flex the toes towards your face. Lift up and reach forward like you're reaching for the top of a window. Keep the spine long here. Nice and long and flat. So we're not bringing our nose toward our toes. We're lengthening the spine and reaching the chest forward. Use your breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Kind of like you're trying to bring your rib cage further closer to your knees. If you can reach your toes, you can wrap your peace fingers around your toes. Let's move into Matsyendrasana twist, realigning the spine. Bring your left foot to your right glute and your right foot across your left knee. Lift the left arm, twist to the right. Again, here you're using your breath. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Unwind, little counter twist to the left. Let's move into the other side. Uncross the legs, just shake them out a little bit. Feel that circulation coming back into your hips and your legs. And then cross the right foot to your left glute and your left foot to the opposite side of your right knee. Lift the right arm and twist to the left. Tricep to the outside of the knee. Again, here use your breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. So you can bring that left hand behind you to the hip crease, but try to avoid leaning back. You want to keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Great, let's unwind, twist to the right, little counter twist. Good job. Release, bring the feet mat width apart and drop the knees from left to right. Next time they come over to the right, reach the left hand across the body, plant both hands behind you, and twist here. It's a really nice stretch for the low back. It should feel really good. And then bring it over to the left, right hand across the body, plant both hands behind you, long spine. And release. We'll roll all the way down onto the back, doing a little bit of ab work here. Flex the feet, point the toes, lower. Flex, point, lower. Point, flex, lower. Point, flex, lower. Point, flex, lower. Point, flex, lower, all the way until you're about 6 inches from the floor. And then scissor kicks the legs. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower the feet and the legs to the mat. Full body stretch, reach up overhead. Arms by your sides. Quick shavasana. Plant the feet and cross the right ankle over the left thigh for supine pigeon. You can stay there or thread the right arm through the hole in your legs. Clasp the hands together below the knee or at the hamstring. Flex both feet. Press your tailbone down and press the back of the neck toward the floor as well. Nice deep stretch for the outer hip and the glute. This should feel really good. Just breathe here and soften through those muscles and that sensation where you feel the stretch. Let's release. We'll move it over to the other side. Release the right foot. Cross left ankle over your right thigh and hug it in if you want. And here you can press your left elbow into the inside of your left thigh to help deepen that stretch. Press the tailbone toward the earth. It'll have a tendency to curl up. And then tuck the chin a little bit and press the back of the neck toward the floor as well. Flex the feet and just breathe. Just breathe. That's all you have to do in this moment. Release. Extend the feet to the bottom of the mat. And finally, wind liberation pose. Hug the right knee just right of center toward the right shoulder, clasping all 10 fingers together below the knee. Hug it in, compressing the ascending colon. Release the grip and cross the right knee over to the left. Gaze right. Release. Lie on your back. Hug the left knee in, just left of center. Now compressing the descending colon. Clasp all 10 fingers together below the knee and hug in as you breathe, pressing the belly into the thigh. Release the grip and cross the left knee to the right side, gazing to the left. Extend your left arm out. Breathe in your twist. Imagine your body as a sponge and you're wringing it out of any tension, any worries or fears or stress. Let it all go. Release from your twist. Full body stretch. Inhale. And coming into final shavasana. Take up space here. Allow your arms and legs to completely relax. Feel the muscles melt away from your bones. Feel your eyes close and sink into the back of your head. Let the skin across your face melt away. Allow the tongue to release from the roof of the mouth, letting go of tension that we tend to hold there. Your only movement is the ebb and flow of the breath. If any thoughts drift into your mind, without judgment, bring your mind back to your breath. Feel its vibration, its rhythm. Feel that life force moving through you. Rest here. in complete relaxation. Namaste.